friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly. So behind me is my home library. When we bought this house 2 years ago, one of my non-negotiables was having a space for all my books. And when we saw this den, my mind instantly thought home library. And for the past 2 years, I've been creating the space that I can relax and enjoy books in. So over the last 2 years, while I've been collecting books, I've been purchasing books from Barnes & Noble, local bookstores, Facebook Marketplace, and thriftbooks.com. I have a lot of physical books that are sitting on my shelves right now that I actually have never touched. So in today's video, I thought we could go through these books behind me and we could count how many books I haven't read yet and put them on my 2025 TBR. Honestly, I am guessing that I have anywhere from 40 to 50 books on my shelves that I have not read yet. So I'm going to pull them off 10 at a time. And I just thought we could go over them quickly and see and hear some thoughts on them. And Stitch is here too to help. Oh, let's get started. Okay, so this is all just from that bottom shelf. These are my former book of the month books that I have not read yet. The Push by Ashley Baldree, The Wilder Woman by Ruth Emmy Lang, The Maiden by Alex McGlades, Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, The Love of My Life by Rosie Walsh, Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Rayborn, Olga Dies Dreaming by Zokiel Gonzalez. So I used to do Book of the Month Club, but as you can see, I got kind of backed up on books, so I stopped. However, I did think Book of the Month Club was a wonderful way to discover more authors and other genres that I hadn't picked in the past. Two books that I am really excited to read from this pile are Killers of a Certain Age and Yours Truly. I have also heard really great things about Maidens because I have read The Silent Patient and I believe it's by the same author, so excited to read this one as well. I didn't make it to 10, but here is another stack of books. Okay, first up in the stack, we have Leather and Lark by Brianne Weaver. I read Butcher and Blackbird a couple months ago, and I'm excited to read the sequel. I should probably get on reading this soon because the next book in the Ruminous Love trilogy is about to come out. So this should be a priority on my TBR. Next up is The Fine Print and Terms and Condition by Lauren Asher. I picked these up at Goodwill in Colorado. I was so excited about them and made sure that they fit in my suitcase on the plane ride home, but I haven't read them yet, so I should get on that. Next up is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. A book that I am so excited to read and will probably read soon is Betting on You by Lynn Painter. This book I am so excited to read. I recently read Better Than the Movies and Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. I had never heard of her before and I just think her writing is incredible. She is so funny. So Betting on You by Lynn Painter, and also I want to purchase The Do-Over, but I'm excited to read this one. I purchased this book in the fall and I never got around to reading it, but it is You Again by Kate Goldbeck. This is supposedly a When Harry Met Sally retelling, and that's one of my favorite movies, so I expect to really enjoy this book. And then last on this side is Georgie All Along by Kay Claiborne. So first up, we have the A Curse So Dark and Lonely series. I got these books from Facebook Marketplace because a girl was actually moving from Raleigh to, I believe, Hawaii and couldn't take her book collection with her, so she gave me a bunch of books at a good price. We have the first one, A Curse So Dark and Lonely, A Vow So Bold and Deadly, and then A Heart So Fierce and Broken. I think all of the covers in this series are just so gorgeous. In that Facebook Marketplace haul, I also got We Hunt the Flame, another gorgeous cover, and We Free the Stars. Yeah, I got all those books for a really good price. Another priority read for me is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. Divine Rivals was one of my favorite reads last year, so I really want to read the sequel soon while it is still fresh on my mind. If you haven't read Divine Rivals yet, I really enjoyed it. I think it's such beautiful writing, and I really enjoyed the story and the fantasy aspect to it while also having romance with a little spice to it. Okay, next stack begins with Ninth House by Leah Bardugo. I totally just butchered that name. I know this book was really popular a couple years ago and I never got around to reading it, so I definitely want to read it in 2025. I recently got I Found You by Lisa Jewell in a mystery box. I have never read anything by Lisa Jewell, so I am interested to see what I think of her writing. I picked up The Bone Orchard by Sarah A. Mueller at one of our local bookshops. I've had the Shadow and Bone trilogy sitting on my bookcase for over a year now, and I have just been putting off getting into it because I know that I am really going to enjoy it, but my cousin read it recently and they said it was so good, so definitely want to prioritize this one as well. Okay, last up from my shelves is the Shatter Me series. I recently got this series for Christmas and I think it will be an easy and fast-paced read for me. So I have this bookshelf behind me, but I also have a TBR cart and some shelves on the other side of the room that I'm gonna go through. Two other recent purchases is Bookshops and Bone Dust and Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. These limited editions are so gorgeous and I need to take a minute to show you all. Like, look at these covers. So I was actually looking into the author, Travis, a little bit more because I had never heard of them before. But I believe he has actually been an audiobook narrator for some time now, and then recently decided to come out with his own book. So hopefully he keeps going and writes more books because I have heard such great things about these two. Now on to my TBR cart. Okay, one book that everyone wants me to read and I am so excited about, I know that it's gonna be a 5-star, is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Another book that I purchased in the fall time is Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor. Last but not least, we have Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Once again, I think I butchered that. I am so sorry. However, I have heard great things about this book. I have heard that it is an absolutely beautiful story. It's one of my friend's favorite books. So when I heard that, I purchased it and it has been sitting on my TBR, honestly, for a little bit now. I am going to go ahead and organize this pile a little bit and we will reconvene in a second. So behind me, I have 38 physical books. I have 3 series, including the Shadow and Bone series, the Shatter Me series, and the Curse So Dark and Lonely series. I think I also have a good mix of romance, thrillers, fantasy, and fiction. Okay, here is a rapid fire in no particular order of the top 10 books on my physical TBR that I am looking forward to reading. Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Betting on You by Lynn Painter. Leather and Lark by Brianne Weaver. Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree. Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Khmer. A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Khmer. A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Khmer. And then, of course, Quicksilver by Callie Hart. A big reason I am doing this video is because I think I need to be more sustainable and read these books before I purchase new books in 2025. So a part of this video is me also holding myself accountable for a book buying ban for at least 6 months, which is super scary because I love buying books. I do want to note that some exclusions are Onyx Storm. I have already pre-ordered that and it is coming next week. And then new books by Emily Henry, Abby Jimenez, and Ashley Poston. I have been looking forward to their books for such a long time and I definitely want to purchase and support them. Another exclusion for me is book club books. I am going to try and find them on the library or borrow them from friends, but if I have to, I will purchase a used copy from thrift books or a local bookstore. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out and making it through this video. I am sure it was a doozy to watch because it was definitely a doozy to film. These are a lot of books. And if you have read any of these books, please let me know. Let me know what you thought, if it was good, if it was bad. I'd love to hear. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.